big. That's right. Fail big. You only live once, so do what you feel passionate about. Take chances. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots, and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. So have dreams, but have goals. Life goals, yearly goals, monthly goals, daily goals. And understand that to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. In order to achieve your goals, you must apply discipline and consistency every day, not just on Tuesday and miss a few days. You have to work at it every day. You have to plan every day. You've heard the saying, we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. Hard work works.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You know I rep them Cowboys. It's your boy BG, my guy, Body Cannabis Cowboy, my girl Kales with the Intels. We are back for week 2 on Get This Check or Nah. Dallas Cowboys face or are hosting the Baltimore Ravens today. So come on. We're streaming live on 3 platforms. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. Shout out to everybody on LinkedIn, all my professionals. And shout out to everybody on YouTube. Let me throw it first to my guy out there in Colorado. How we doing out there today, Bob? Glad to have you back on the show.
Lovely, man. Doing lovely, man. It's a beautiful day out, man. I'm, got the whole day planned to do nothing and just sit back and watch this game and pretend like I'm a coach that doesn't get paid and get mad at players who aren't going to hear me, man. And that's kind of what I plan on doing, man.
I love it. It looks like my girl Kales, is she ready to throw in the towel? Don't throw in the towel, Kales. Don't throw in the towel.
She's wiping everybody else's sweat. That's what
you must need it. Is it still raining out there in D.C.? Is that what it is? How's the weather out there in D.C.?
It's hot as hell.
Oh, it's hot. Oh, you trying to wave some air over there, huh? Where's your fan at? I know you got one of them fans you like to clap.
I do. I need to get a Cowboys one.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody tapping in. What up, July Gym Rat of the Month? Shorty Megan is in the building. We see you, girl. What up, Top? Yeah, baby, Top live from AT&T. Y'all see him and his wife, April. Y'all give it up. First game ever vibe. Shout out to Top, our Patreon supporter, big Top fan here on Built Different Group, and his wife, April, in the DFW, attending their first game, Ravens, Cowboys, preseason. Gotta love it, y'all. What was it like? You remember what it was like when you went to your first game, Bob? How'd you feel?
I'm so funny that you asked that. I was going to interject no matter what you said and tell you what it was like the first time. I swear to God I was, because I could see the smile on their faces. And I just remember, walking from, because this is not AT&T Stadium, this is Texas Stadium, their first stadium that we're talking about. And even though it was a little beat up, walking up that little path and walking over that cliff of seats and seeing the green and blue on the field was like a dream. And I'm not even joking. And that we got to actually go down on that field and play touch football for like 2 hours. Like, it was the greatest experience a Cowboys fan could ever have, being able to see that at home and then be at a game with just pretty much nothing but Cowboys fans around you. There's really nothing like it. I guess that's why it's $9,000 a ticket to go now.
Well, it's almost like $1,000 just to keep up with the Joneses streaming. Kales, you remember what it was like when you went to your first game? How did you feel at your first Cowboys game?
So this is my take on it. I always say your first Cowboys game is always AT&T Stadium, Texas Stadium. If it's your first time, if you're going to see the Cowboys, and let's say at MetLife Field, you're just going to see the Cowboys play the Giants.
Yeah.
So technically, that's not your first game. Your first Cowboys game is always at the mothership.
That's
So
awesome.
so my first time seeing the Cowboys play, I used to live a block and a half from RFK Stadium. Well, what was RFK Stadium.
Damn.
And
Right in
the
the lion's
king,
den. Shit.
right. So the way that the bus will come, because the Cowboys used to come in through DCA, which is national, Reagan National Airport, and they used to stay in the downtown area. So when the buses come in, they will come in the back of my house, which is like a block away.
Oh,
But
so
then
you
when
close. You real close.
yeah, so when the Cowboys will leave AT&T, when the Cowboys will leave RFK
AT&T East, you had it right. AT&T East.
yeah,
Yeah.
but when they will
AT&T
go into
West. Yeah, it's out so far. We know it's the trap spot on the East Coast. We know we got leak
now,
pipes. It's all good.
I'm gonna tell you right now, we are not claiming that trash bowl in Largo, Maryland as
Hey,
AT&T East. We're not doing that. But when the Cowboys will leave RFK Stadium to go back home to DSA to board their plane, they will come in the front of my house. So as soon as the game is over, I will stay on my front porch, and I have my Cowboy stuff on. And when you see the motorcade, I be yelling and all that other stuff, because I used to live on a road with just at the time they were the Redskins. So I have all my Cowboy stuff on, and I'm cheering and everything, and then you will see the players waving and everything.
Nice.
But my first time in Texas, whoo.
We'll save that for a different episode. But let's go ahead and
Yeah.
kick it off. We got to get to this pregame, and Leandro Pop is getting it started. Kels, any new intels? I know you're tired of talking about it, but now the big rumor is Micah gonna stay or Micah go? As all of the trade rumors hype up, is Micah staying or is Micah going? Not is Micah getting paid or is Micah going, but is Micah staying or going? Is there any truth to any of these rumors going around about him being traded?
We went over this last week before last. They're not trading him. And y'all saw that video I post in OAT.
Yeah, I seen how you was looking like, yeah, we keep it moving. We've seen this movie before. It's just a little more dramatic this year when you throw in, I want to get traded. And then plus aren't y'all tired of seeing all the fake news quotes going around about players saying that they said this about the team? Like Micah said, if they trade me to the Eagles, I will quit the league. I would never play or something. Like,
nobody says that shit. Nobody dares screw the future up by saying I'll never go to this team. There's no player that would do that. It's very rare that happens.
All right, well, good deal. Well, the Cowboys are hosting the Ravens' first preseason game today. What are some things that we're going to be looking at? We're going to be talking about that here today. I got my girl Kels and my guy Bob to talk about it. You got questions, comments, or concerns about today? We got the players that are going to be playing today. Let's go ahead and just kick that off, Kels, because you sent me some intels. Here are the players that will be playing today. Can you tell us more about what we might see on the field?
Okay, so like what Coach Shotty said after the week one game at his presser, the question, I'm just paraphrasing what he said, but the question was, will the same players will be playing in week 2? And he said that he's not going to say that. It's going to be a mixture of players. So some players that you saw in week 1 will play, and then he's going to bring some new players in to the mix for week 2. So this is a mixture. So some of these players, we saw Kenneth Murray played. Sam Williams, did he play? I can't remember.
No, I don't think he played last game.
Mozzie Smith is playing. Did Cooper? No, Cooper Beebe didn't play. So the only new one, I mean, not the only new one, the only recurring one that I see is Kenneth Murray. But he I want to say that he entered out last week the last preseason game due to an injury. So Princeton Fant didn't play.
Yeah, we seen Rivaldo Fairweather, tight end, who scored
Right.
last week. It don't look like he's going to be in this week. Looks like the return of John Stevens and Princeton Fant. That is the couple of players that I'm looking at. I'm glad to see linebacker Jack Sanborn with that green dot because we didn't see him last game. That means we probably might not see any Maris Liu foul, and we're going to get to that in just a minute, right? Probably no Maris Liu foul today, right?
No, but I think hold on. I'm still waiting for the full list to come out, but I think Fairweather is playing.
Okay. Good deal. If you don't know who Rivaldo Fairweather is, he is a undrafted free agent the Cowboys picked up during the offseason, came in, scored a touchdown last week. Then plus we're going to see Princeton Fant and John Stevens here today. I'm going to be looking at, who do we got? What are you hearing on the running back situation, Kales, on the intel today? There's been some more, look like prolonged injury on Jaden Blue, maybe a little longer out than expected. Who can we expect to see as Phil Moffitt stock is on the rise? Are we going to see a Deuce Vaughn sighting today?
I think Deuce Vaughn is playing. Jaden Blue is out for this game. And Phil Moffitt is in.
Okay, good deal. Just like Sterling says, Bob, I know we had like 11 penalties last game. Bob Sterling, he says, I need to see less penalties and better play at stopping the run. Yeah, 100% on them penalties, though. How many penalties do you think we see today, Bob? You think we see that decrease in the penalty category as Shotty's been trying to preach this culture, discipline?
Preseason is, I've learned very late in my life to temper everything when it comes to preseason. It's really just a live practice. So it's hard as a fan to watch this stuff because players are doing things wrong sometimes on purpose to test reactions in live games. And I know they're not trying to lose. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that they're testing all kinds of things out in a live manner in preseason. And so I had to learn very late that all that we're going to do is look at these young kids that are just drafted and see how they perform on the field with our team, within our system. It doesn't really, a win and a loss doesn't really matter. And historically, I think we lose in preseason anyway. So I'm just hoping to see a better commitment to stopping the run. It's definitely what I'm worried about. I'm worried that it may be just something that has been a cultural issue, but since everything has shifted so much in our team, I'm hoping that shifted with it. So that's why I said worried about Run D on my moniker down there, because I truly am. But the fact that we got the linebackers in this week that we didn't have in may show us a little bit of a better of a run stoppage, because really we can't just hope the D-line does it. The linebackers have to be part of that.
Yeah. Keemon Hall, Zion Childress, and Andrew Booth will be getting work today. Keemon Hall and Zion Childress will be in the slot.
Okay. So if you're just tapping in today and you're asking, hey, where can I watch the game? Because we know Cowboy fans like to plan up until the last minute or procrastinate. Here it is right here. It's going to be on NFL Plus today. Looks like that's probably going to be the easiest way to watch it. Doesn't look like it's going to be on too many major broadcasts, but if you just Google Cowboys versus Ravens, it's on ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, and take that back. It's on NFL Network today. So if you got NFL Network, it's not.
It's not. No.
I thought so. Because I was like, wow, I thought it wasn't on there. They haven't updated on Google yet. They need to update that and update Malik Davis too. Get his stats in there for last.
And if you live in the DMV, Baltimore area, it is going to be showing on CBS. I think it's CBS or ABC is one of them, but they're going to have their media team broadcasting the game.
Okay. Well, my crew here, we're going to watch the game in the back room after the fact, and then we will be live on the post-game show after the fact. But Hugo says, hey, I want to see some of Blue. Hopefully next game. Yeah, everybody wants to see our little boy Blue. Don't know how much of that Kool-Aid is still going to be around to be served come this third preseason game, because after Malik Davis came in off the street last week, Kels, what can you tell us about Davis? Is his stock trending up in terms of probably making his 53-man roster after what he did coming in last week running the ball?
We don't know, because we don't know.
Honestly, it seemed like he want to get this check, and he wants to definitely get this check.
He's doing what I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. To me, it's going to be it could go two ways. He could either be a practice squad guy, and they will just bring him up, like he'll
Because
be one
he's
of
also
those,
got a lot of special teams value too, right, Malik?
right.
Yeah, he's played
So
a lot
my
on
thing,
special teams.
so my thing is, I can see him as someone that's on the practice squad that no other team can touch. He will be solely for the Cowboys usage, and then they will just activate him if need be. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I could see him um as an active roster. My
Mhm.
only thing with Malik Davis is his availability, if for him to stay healthy. That's my main concern, because he's been in the league for 5 or 6 years, if I'm
Yeah,
not
he was
mistaken.
on. I think he was with us maybe 5 or 6 years, all of them, and
Right.
a lot of the reason why he
And
stayed on there was special teams. So
right, and he really hasn't had like a healthy lead, a healthy season and
right.
everything with us. But the way that he burst out and shot for us, because he signed what less than 72 hours
Yeah,
before the first preseason game, but he really didn't have to get a lot of work in,
because he's
because
already familiar. Yeah.
because he already knew the playbook. Not really that much change, because Shotty was there. It's still there.
And
So
speaking of
I
shotty, my
don't
guy
know.
Hugo Bob, he says let's all take shotties every time there is a penalty. I don't know about that, but for us smokers, I
I
mean maybe Kales could take a shot, but that's 11 whole
no.
shots last game. What us smokers gonna have to do, Bob, for
I
every time we get a penalty today?
I would
I
love to
mean,
take the I would
I'd
love
say
to
take
take
a
the
puff.
shotty, but I can't.
I know back in the 90s when me and Eric and Paul and John, we were all watching football games, Cowboys games at Paul's house. We would take shots every time Eddie Murray or any of the kickers, whenever they would kick field goals, because we were scoring so much at that time that these dudes were kicking 4, 5, 6 extra points, field goals every week. And we were just getting hammered watching those games because we were putting up so much points. So yes, now I believe nowadays modern Cowboys, it's not so much the points, but penalty yards. So yeah, we'd be hammered just doing that for sure.
Yeah, did you see the news? I guess one of the Philadelphia Eagles showed up with a cooler and some beer or something at practice, and they're like giving them shit. I'm like, man, what? I mean, them big boys in the trenches, they got to drink something. They're just not drinking Jaden Blue Kool-Aid all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, just great comment right there. I wanted to see what us smokers might do. I ain't taking no shot. I may take a hit, but I ain't gonna take a shot. But I feel you. Hopefully, we got less than double-digit penalties today, because this whole culture change with the Dallas Cowboys, I'm only focused on one thing. If you follow Mike McCarthy under his tenure, under the 5 years, you know that he averaged 104 penalties a game.
Yeah.
Or not a game, a season.
No, you're right. 104. That's about 104.
Yeah.
Right.
104 penalties. Like, we was in the top 5 every year. Mike McCarthy was there. Like, one year we was second or third, but we did have some good offense too as well. But the discipline factor, because I don't know if it's just you, Kales, or me, Bob, but every time it seems like we always get these flags and it kills momentum.
It does a million things.
The most
You start
inopportune
questioning.
time we get flags.
I
But
start questioning everything. I start questioning the coaching, and no matter what, even if it's preseason, that's when I start saying, "What's going on with the coaching, bro? Like, what are we doing here?" And and you still have to temper that, because that stuff, it's not always supposed to be success in preseason.
Right. And I mean, I'm really not that on flags when it comes to preseason, because I mean we do got new guys and everything. And
But we'd feel better if we didn't see them.
Yeah, but I mean, I would like to see. I mean, honestly, this is the less flags that we had, because what did we? Oh, they did take that flag back. The one that we was talking about, that penalty.
Oh,
The league office did take that penalty back.
from CD when they ran CD over that one.
No, I think it was another one.
No, that one was definitely pushed. Yeah, they don't want that. That's a ref zone.
Yeah.
They want you out of that no matter what.
It was another one that they took back, but the thing is, it's still counted. We had less. I mean, I could take the 8. I can take the 8. I just don't want us to have like 11 million in one game. My thing is, okay, if you got a penalty, let's make sure we can clean it up so we don't have the same thing in the regular season. I did just get a text. QB1 just came out for team warm-ups in full uniform and pads. He's not expected to play. But it's something to watch. I'm gonna put it out there right now.
What she got, Bob?
It is a possibility that for the last game, he will not be playing.
Oh, no dress rehearsal, as maybe we speculated here once before.
Why bother?
Here's the reason why. We have a 11 million page. 11 million pages of injuries.
Speaking of which, didn't we just get some good news on Tyler Guyton? Is he ahead of schedule or something like that? I know he's out 4 to 6 weeks. He's recovering good. All right.
Yeah, he's ahead of schedule.
Okay, good.
But right now they're toying with the thing, should they take the rest? So right now, the probability of him not playing in the last game is like 98%.
Well, he hasn't played in a preseason game since 2019. We understand he went down with that game. Week 9 in Atlanta when I was there, went down with that season-ending injury. He tore his muscle off his bone, rightfully so. But Dak looked like he's Slim Reaper, as they were calling him. He lost 20, 30, 50, 11 pounds, as you would say. How are you feeling about Dak not playing in any preseason games, Bob, coming into this season? Are you okay with that? Or should he knock off the rust with what Kale's just shared with us now, possibly not seeing him game 3?
I know we want to get as close as we can to live action in preseason, but I never think it's smart. It's only smart in some situations because, there's something that we also have to understand as fans too. We not only see players being evaluated and trying new things, coaches are being evaluated and trying new things throughout this whole process of preseason too. So there's all kinds of stuff that could possibly go wrong because a coach makes a bad decision, and the head coach is going to let that happen because you have to learn how to make right and wrong decisions. You need to see what you did wrong. But in terms of Dak playing right now, I don't need to see it, man. I think we know what he can do when he's got a good line and good people around him. He's not a take over the game elite solo quarterback. He's one hell of a quarterback when his team around him is doing all of their jobs. And he seems to do very well when that happens. So I think him playing with a bunch of people who are probably going to make mistakes that may frustrate him at this point in his career, I think leaving him out is totally cool, man. Just let him figure it. And again, the problem with that is the other side of that. Oh, bless you. The problem with that is that we don't start learning to play as a team until the season starts. We all want that to happen before the season starts. It's probably not going to happen with all the changes within our organization this offseason. So we're going to start seeing a bunch of different things happen within the first 6 games. I guarantee it. Until we find serious momentum in order to keep going forward. And I don't think Dak playing in preseason is going to help that stretch, considering what can happen to him when he goes down.
Right. And then look at the reps that he has been getting from OTAs, mini camp, and training camp. And he played a chunk from my understanding, I wasn't there, but he played a chunk of time with the joint practice with the Rams. So, and a lot of the ones have been, even with the Rams, a lot of the ones have been playing as well. I did get some more intel. Hold on, coming through. All right, so if anybody want to know about some money, the Cowboys currently have $31,528,968 in cap space compared to the $31,559,802 from last week. Little Dirk, if anybody is a fan of him, Little Dirk will be on the Cowboys practice playlist thanks to Coach Shoddy. As you can see from that video that BG just put up, the Cowboys will be in primary white. Joe Milton will be starting and will be playing most of the entire game. Cooper Rush, he will be starting for the Ravens. We did go over this a little bit. Players to watch out for is Tyler Booker, Phil Maffa, Ravato, Fairweather, Zion Childress, Mozzie Smith, and Damone Clark. Okay.
Yeah, Mozzie Smith, he had recently said something. I think he was quoted by one of the reporters. He said he's got to do something. Like he's realizing time's running out. Maybe did somebody tell him something like, shit, or get off the pot, Mozzie, this season or maybe this game? I mean, are we starting to see the end of Mozzie, or are they in this coaching staff really going to give him a chance? What do you expect to see maybe out of him today?
This is year 3.
I've already given up.
I don't even see him. I don't even see the front office extending or exercising the 5th-year option on him the same way like they did with LVE. This is year 3. That's all I gotta say. Okay, so
let me just pull this. Hold on for a second, Kels. Let me just pull this up. I found this post here. I wanted to pull this up. This is what Mozzie had said and was quoted in the media. It says Cowboys DT Mozzie Smith was not pleased with how he played Saturday against the Rams, quote unquote. I just didn't do anything. You got to do something. I'm a first-round pick. There are expectations and all. This is my 3rd year via John Machota. So you're hitting it right on the nail, Kels. Pun intended. It looks like he might be putting his nails in his own coffin.
And if I'm not mistaken, isn't he a Michigan player?
He's a taco.
Don't say that
he
too
is
loud
a Michigan
now.
Player.
Your
Yes,
sorority folks, your fraternity folks up in Alaska, don't be saying that too loud now.
I don't
care. Schoonmaker is too.
Rude. I don't care.
Schoonmaker and Mozzie.
You already know how I feel about Michigan players.
Eric B tapping in for you, Bob. He says Mozzie is a bust. Unfortunately, we miss out on first rounders sometimes, just like most other franchises. Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. I was thinking the other day, like everybody likes to disrespect Will McClay, but a lot of folks understand Will McClay does a great job of drafting. Like, how many busts really first come to mind? And I know it's a dangerous question, but when you think of Will McClay in his draft history, like what are the biggest busts that come to mind under the Will McClay tenure?
And it's sad to say, I mean, because it's under his tenure, but I've been around Will McClay and I've talked to Will McClay. He does not claim Taco Charlton. He vehemently said
he said that was the boss's pick, huh?
He said, and even his own son Steven would say, I didn't want him. That was a Jerry pick.
Good God, man. The list of things that Jerry has done to make our team go backwards is just so big.
And I think the only Michigan player that I can leave out of it is J. Lou.
Yeah.
And we can base it in, and I know I said it on a couple of podcasts ago that we're really going to see how everyone who talked down about J. Lou and everything, they really going to see it, and they're not going to miss what they have until it's gone, because this nickel position is very shaky.
Well, we're going to see a lot of your guy today, Kaiir Elam, right, who you've labeled as your comeback player of the year. Now, y'all know my guy, Sam Williams. Bob, I don't think I've asked you, but who do you see coming back as the comeback player of the year for the Cowboys currently?
Oh, man. I don't – that's a tough question.
Well, Bob's tossing that around. Let me just toss this back to my girl. Let me toss this back to my girl, Kels. Anaya says, why aren't we circling through all our running backs to see what they got? Well, Jaden Blue's hurt. We seen Malik Davis come off the street last game. It's probably not going to see much of him today. We're probably going to see, like, Kels, you just had Hunter Lipke up there. Are we going to see him in a tight end capacity, or is he going to be in a running back capacity, do you think?
Good question. We don't know, but I don't know if he watched week 1. We was using the running backs that we had.
Oh yeah, we had over 100. We had 148 running yards on the ground. but you really couldn't tell because we were playing behind pretty much the whole game.
Yeah, Deuce Vaughn was in. Phil.
Yeah, we had like 6 or 7 people get some yards, which Malik Davis led, but I think 6-7 carries, 60-something yards.
Yeah, and
so
honestly, our running back room is very, very small compared to our wide receiver room. So, if anything, we're going to see more wide receivers probably popping out. What we had, because we saw most of our wide receiver room on week 1. So we're going to see the rest today. So we're going to see most of it. So I don't know. And the thing is, Phil Maffa on last week, he played more tailback than he did running back. So
but his stock is up though. Phil Maffa's stock is up apparently after last game. So it's going to be tight. So it's great that you bring that up. Running backs are going to see a little bit more. Probably going to see some Deuce Vaughn. Don't know if we're going to see Hunter Lipke at fullback, maybe at tight end. I seen Hunter working out with Jake Ferguson and the tight ends, Princeton Fat and those type of guys, Big John Stevens and those type of guys who we're going to see today. And now Rivaldo Fairweather has came in and made the tight end box. I mean, we even just signed Jake Ferguson. I mean, we have like this surplus of tight ends, Kel. I don't think a lot of folks realize that.
We do.
I was gonna say maybe the comeback player this season might be Schoonmaker simply because Ferguson got paid. And normally when that happens, you start seeing a decline in performance almost automatically. Now, does that happen with tight ends? Probably not. They're more of a workhorse, knowing that if they don't show up, that they're definitely going to be shown out. But there's a chance that Schoonmaker actually shows up. And we know historically in Dallas, if you are a TE2, you probably aren't doing shit other than blocking. But there's a chance that this guy actually comes through, even though he is a Michigan player. I think there's a chance he can come through and actually be all right. But I mean, comeback player, that's tough. We got a lot of people coming back. We're as a team, we're coming back from a system that sucked.
Hey man,
so put your
flag in the ground, baby. I got Sam Williams. My girl got Kyer Elam. And your boy Eric says Limke will be fullback, tight end. All you can do special teams, Ace. He'll be Deuce Vaughn's spot at RB4. Ooh, them some big words because Deuce Vaughn, Hunter Lipke's not even on the depth chart right now. You got Jaden Blue at running back 3, and then you got Deuce Vaughn at running back 4. So we're gonna see about that.
I got some stuff coming in. So Deron Bland, he is hoping to get an extension with the team. I
would love to see him be the comeback player. Yeah. That is who I want to see. But I just don't. Corners are very tough after injuries.
Right. Before this season begins, some talks have already begun between Bland, the front office, and his agent. Some other stuff that's really not pertaining to the team, but it's pertaining to what goes on at the stadium. The Cowboys have a new trumpeter for the national anthem. Freddie Jones has now retired. Prior to tonight's game, there will be a moment of silence for the victims of the Texas flood prior to the national anthem. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Here we go. This is a list of Cowboys who will not be participating. As you know, Demo, Trevon Diggs, Micah, Kaylin Carson, Savone Revel, Robert Rochelle, Josh Butler, Elijah Clark, Elijah Clark, Jaden Blue, Tyler Guyton, Sadiq Charles, and Brevin Spanford.
All right. Good deal. Well, normally we like to share keys to the game, but really this is about keys of evaluating players, as my girl has coined it. Will you get this check or not? But I like to call it get this check or not. How many of the Cowboys on this 92 roster right now coming out of training camp in California, which now training camp has now switched back to Frisco, Texas. So shout out to everybody out there that's going to be in Texas. The last 2 home games, which today we got one versus the Ravens. Then we got the Falcons, I think, next Friday, which is going to be a lot of Cowboy fans down there. We might have some fans action live here from Atlanta next week. But this evaluation of these players, which of these 92 men are going to essentially get a check or not.
Yeah.
Eric Beast tapping in says, I love Sam Williams, though, Barry. Between him and rookie Easy. Yeah, Easy getting a lot of noise. I need to see Easy do some work. hopefully maybe with Micah Parsons holding, that might be the best thing that could happen to us, especially with all these other guys getting the OTA reps, getting these training camp reps, and now getting these preseason reps. Are we going to see any easy tonight, Kels?
Yes. As a Raku.
All right. Good deal. Good deal. Great call out
I
there.
mean, look,
Eric. Appreciate
there's nothing
that.
more than Jerry would like nothing more than to see somebody come out and blow up just
and
like Micah did.
Like Maris did last week.
And just have no reason to pay Micah more. You know what I mean? Like that just he's doing this ultimate play game right now. And it's blowing my mind.
And you just talking him up just brought back jogged my memory. If for those who did not catch one of this week's lives with BG, I did put it out there. I have connects with the Ravens. They told me that they are scheming for Ezaraku. So
that's good to know. I mean, when another team is scheming, I mean, they scheme against Micah all the time. So big focus. That's a lot here. And if that's true coming out of Ravens flock up there, that's a lot, especially for a rookie.
And even with my connects with the Eagles, they are scheming for Ezaraku. So this is what I'm thinking is going to happen. He's only going to play one series, maybe two, and then they're going to take him out.
They're not going to show much of our hand. Yeah, they just want to see if he gets in there and what kind of plays he can make right off the rip. Definitely don't want to get anybody hurt. You know, let these twos and these threes get this work.
Right, and they're going, and I can't, I'm going to get his name right. Aeneas Peoples of the Baltimore Ravens. Bob, if you can, I'm trying to think of his position. His last name is, I think, Pepples. He's a big boy. This is R.C. Woodson's fraternity brother.
Oh yeah, okay,
yeah. He a big boy. They're going to line him up with Ezaraku, and I watched him play. Who did the Baltimore play Indianapolis? Because I made a joke that there were two Baltimore teams playing each other.
He's about 6'1", 282.
Yeah. So, but he's bulky though, and he wears all this padding and everything. So, he literally pushed, I forgot who it was, but Peoples pushed whoever it was for the Indianapolis Colts, like he pushed them out the room. Like,
yeah, I mean, size doesn't tell you how strong they are, and I think he gives up 40 pounds to Ezaraku, so he's definitely 40 pounds bigger than him.
There's why teams are scheming on our guy toward Eric B. He says Easy was the best pass rusher in the country last year in college. 16.5 sacks. You got to be excited for this, especially after last week, the way Maris Leofold came out.
And he was a projected first-round pick that we ended up getting in the second round, because a lot of these projected first-round picks that was in this year's draft did not go in the first round. And that's what a lot of media analysts was talking about, how
a lot of people dropped,
like how this draft was and not taken from Booker, but a lot of these players were drafted high this year that should have been going like in the later rounds. Yeah. And I know a lot of people projected Booker to be like in like past the Cowboys pick or early in the second round, but we got him in the first, but Ezaraku dropped.
Yeah, because some other things happened.
So many people dropped. It was very weird.
Yeah. Good deal. Well, as we get ready to circle back and get ready to wind down and get out of here, Eric's tapping in. Make sure to turn on your notifications. We'll be live here for the post game after the show. If you're trying to watch the game, it's on NFL Plus, it's on NFL Network, CBS, ABC, all that. Do a quick Google search. You can find it. Eric says Micah's going to get a deal by week 3 if it goes into the regular season and the defense is struggling up front. I think he gets an extension before we kick off the regular season. That's just me. However, I could be wrong. I know he's got a year left. He could be tagged.
Got some news.
Is it around Micah Parsons?
You just got some fucking Micah Parsons.
Get ready for Turbo Time. He will be playing tonight.
Nice.
Turpin will be playing tonight. Yeah, wide receiver 3. Ooh, man, we got some more problems to have, but we're going to take a look at what the players do today. So make sure if you watch this after the fact, use hashtag replay. Let us know it made it onto your timeline. Turn on your notifications. We'll be live for the post-game show as we shared our pregame news and notes here. Kels shared us some folks that are going to be playing in the game that weren't in the game last week. We know QB1, Joe Milton is coming out again. You said we're going to see a lot of him this game. It's not going to be Milton first half. Will Greer second half?
No, Milton is going to be playing majority of the entire game. Here's our starting offensive line at left tackle, Nate Thomas, left guard, TJ Bass. And I didn't have time to send it to you because I'm getting it all in right now.
Put it out, yeah.
Center, Cooper Beebe. Right guard, Tyler Booker. Right tackle, Hakeem Ajeni.
All right, we're going to see, can this offensive line, not getting any penalties, right, Bob, as we talked about culture and all of that stuff. Me and you going to be, I guess me and you going to have one ready on the lit for this game we're about to watch and, all that. But, hey, we appreciate everybody joining us here today. Kels dropped the intel with us. It's the preseason. We know not everybody's as excited as we are, but we're built different here, so we stay tuned in with our team. We appreciate y'all watching on all 3 channels. Make sure to turn on your notifications, and we'll see y'all on that post-game show. Make sure you go to NFL Plus and watch the game, and we'll circle back here and talk about what we see. We'll see y'all then on the next episode.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.